Hi, my name is Aaron and I'm an addict. I've been saying that a lot lately. Not because I want to, but because I need to. I was raised in church, my dad's a pastor. I was a youth minister for a long time myself. So I knew the truth, I knew what was right, and I knew what was wrong. But I still fell into the disease of addiction. I allowed myself to get into this place of depression and despair. I'd gone through a divorce and raising my little girl on my own. And though I'd never traded my daughter for anything, I still got to this place to where I just felt hopeless and lost. Now the truth is I let myself get to that place. Nobody else got me there, but I got myself there. Finally one day I decided I'm done. I'm gonna end it. So I tried to commit suicide. And I took an overdose of drugs that would kill probably 10 addicts over. I shot it up all at one time and I realized I didn't write my suicide note. So I stumbled into my room, already taking big effect on me at that moment. And I knelt down beside my bed and I began to write my suicide note. And I wrote, I love, and I got part of you out. And at that moment I collapsed, I fell to the ground, I hit my head really hard on my nightstand, and I was sprung out across the floor. And the next thing I remember is waking up in the morning. Number one, I woke up. Number two, no one was around me. I was by myself. I was no longer sprung out on the floor, but I was in bed and I was tucked in. And that in itself amazes me because I can't tuck myself in like that. I woke up just in time to take care of my daughter, to walk my dog, and all this occurred on Easter morning. Now I wish I could say that was the end of my drug usage, my big aha moment, but the truth is it wasn't. It was just the beginning. Because from that point on, I began to use drugs to bury my emotions, and followed by another suicide attempt, by more usage to bury more emotions, and the guilt and the shame that I had incurred, and to the point where I became so addicted that I couldn't get out on my own. And to this day, I've lost count of how many times I've tried to kill myself. Finally, one day, I came to my wit's end after my FedEx truck being robbed and stuff, and I said, God, I can't do this on my own. I need your help. And within 1 week, I was in treatment. I remember my dad driving and saying, we can't help you no more. We've got to break contact with you until you decide to get your life straight. And so I spent the next 7 months in and out of treatment, and I wish the first treatment center would have just clicked and I would have had that epiphany, because I wanted it to end, but yet there was still part of me that did. I remember when it finally did click though. I remember hearing that my mom was scared of me and that my daughter had these uncontrollable tears. My daughter has cried tears that she should never have had to cry. She's felt pain and anxiety that she should never have to feel. And I love that little girl to death. And so I got myself right back into treatment, and I didn't sneak out, I didn't use, I did everything that I was supposed to do this time around. And after my treatment had ended there, down in South Park in Seattle, I began to do everything that I was supposed to do. I go to meetings, I go to my outpatient, I literally do what I'm supposed to do to stay clean. And I want God to use me more than ever before. I don't want to ever put my family or my daughter back in that place. I want to be the man of God that my daughter needs, that my future family, my wife needs, that God has called me to be. And I can't, when I'm drugs or allow depression to get a hold of me, regardless of what your issue is, whether it's drugs or depression or both or any other thing that can hold you back. You have to get to that point where you say, I'm done. I'm moving on and I'm moving forward. My dad's always said, if you're gonna fall forward. And that's my goal from now on, is that I'm gonna continue to move forward. Even when I trip up here and there, because I will mess up from time to time. I'm not saying I'm gonna use again, but I will mess up from time to time because I'm not perfect. But when I do, I'm gonna fall forward. I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep moving on. And not allow the things of this world to drag me down. I may have more failed relationships, I may have more heartbreaks and pain in my life, but ultimately, God's the one that's going to bring me through it. And I have to trust in Him and rely upon Him to help me. So yes, my name is Aaron.